So we got Lucille, but did you see Charles? Charles is in there working. I told y'all Charles is the only man trying to make sure his kids are good. But we start off in the church. Mama Meech, we in the church. We got the young boy named Breeze over here. Now, this is a new church here, and we all been there before. Everybody put a 3 in the chat if you've been to a church before. I'm talking about a church with the fold-up chairs. I'm talking about a church that was built from the ground up. I'm talking about a church that the Lord blessed, but he didn't give the funds to. I'm talking about a church where there is no daily bread. I'm talking about a church where you don't get a chance to praise the Lord in the nice AC. I'm talking about a church where you go in there with a white collar and leave with a brown collar because you've been sweating your tail off because you've been shaking the devil off. I'm talking about a church so stank, no ceiling fans. I'm talking about a church where your prayer might not make it outside those walls because the Lord said it doesn't matter, come how you are. I'm talking about a church you had to go to because you got ran up out the other one because they said you cannot be judged by the others. But when you go to this church, you get to become the person you want. I'm talking amen. I'm talking about after school activities, extracurricular activities. I'm talking about where you can go in there and get your flirt on. I'm talking about the Lord says that you cannot do something without the actions to back it. I'm talking a church where you ain't got to put no donations in because you know everybody got sticky fingers. You see a dub go in there, by the time it get to you, it's $10 in there. How would that dub turn into a 10? Someone that made change in there. They done put a 10 in there and took the 20 out. They didn't make change. They didn't made 10 because the Lord blessed you when that plate came by. I'm talking about a church where you got to fold up your chair when you get done. I'm talking about, have you been to a church where you don't have the pastor pulling up in a Bentley? You don't have the pastor taking private flights. You don't have a pastor pulling up in Kith or Gucci or Louis or Prada. You don't have the amenities that the other churches have where you go in and you put your name in the kiosk. I'm talking about a church where you come as you are and you are who you are, God's image. I'm talking about coming to a church where there ain't no food when you get done. I'm talking about there's only one. There's only one. It ain't no early session and afternoon session. There's just one session. You come at 10, we out that motherfucker about 11:30. Sorry about saying motherfucker, but motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the church of all churches. I'm talking New Cornerstone Church. Have you been there? If you haven't been to church in a while, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but woo! Prayer cloth, preacher man, preacher man. Now, this young man Breeze ain't there for the word. This young man Breeze is just like me. My mama used to beg me, Julius, please come to church with me this weekend. Just hear the word, Julius. Please come to church. I said, Mama, I ain't going to no church. The pastor drive a Benz. We drive a Toyota Camry. I ain't going to church, Mama. I went to church with my mama one time. This church was a mini mega church. It had a track on the inside. I used to go to Cleveland Avenue Second Baptist Church with my daddy when I was young. I used to fall asleep in there. My daddy used to pinch me and wake me up. I used to say, oh, Lord. They said, what's wrong with that boy? My dad said he done caught the Holy Ghost. Little did they know, I just got stung by the ghost. I don't know what happened. I was sleeping. But then I went to this mini mega church with my mama one day, and I seen this girl in the choir, and I remember her. Ooh, wait. Then when we ended up transferring schools my junior year, she was a senior. I even told her I used to go to church on Sundays just to see you sing. I couldn't hear you because you didn't get no solos, but I used to come to church to look at you. I used to be in the crowd like, oh, oh, oh. That was the only reason I went to church when I was a youngster. I was just a young boy, still playing with my toys, hanging out with the guys until I realized. And I used to look at her up there just to singing. I don't know if she was lip singing or not, but geez Louise, she looked good. And she was, my God is an awesome God, he prays. I said, oh, Lord, this is the church that I want to come to on Sundays. And then one Sunday she didn't show up and I never went back. But this is the kind of church I'm talking about. This is the New Cornerstone. I don't know what part of the Detroit area this is in, but this is the church that we are at. I'm talking about sitting on these metal fold chairs so long your ass get to hurt. Pause on your ass getting to hurt, but you know what I'm talking about. No cushion. And then you got this young brother up here just looking. Mama Lucille wanted to come to this church because them other scallywags, they were over there judging her. Now, thou shalt not judge. I guess that's what they say, but they would judge her, telling her that her young boys would die in these streets. She said, I wanted to go to a new church, Charles. I just did a 12 at Wendy's, Charles. I want to go to a new church, Charles. Now, these two are still married. And she's peeping that little Nikki is getting flirted with by a young nigga by the name of Breeze. And you know, these youngsters are getting to that age. Little Nikki done grown up. Little Nikki, what, about 15, 16 now? We know what Little Nikki was. Little Nikki was only out there stealing shit too, but we not gonna get to that part yet because right now we talking about Charles and Lucille. And Charles says, I can't stay after because the Lord blessed me with an after school, after church job. Yes, Charles is working on Sundays. I don't want to hear anything about Charles this episode because Charles is a man. He goes to church with his family, even if he got to sleep on the couch, and he still gets up and goes to work. Well, Mama Lucille said, I got to do some volunteering. I want little Nikki to know that us women of the community, we trying to make this place a better place. So they stay after. They sign up. Now, you know I ain't signing up for nothing. My mom, hey, come stay out there. No. I'm going to the crib. Now, the next time we see Mama Lucille, well, we really see that little Nikki is stealing. Now, little Nikki is stealing the essentials to life. Now, these, we're not going to get too graphic, but Mama Lucille said these are the ones that go in instead of a pad. Now, Mama Lucille broke it down to her, and we've all been there as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, the puberty area. I'm not saying we know what tampons and all that shit is because we don't know. But she's over here stealing stuff because she said her friends are all using it. I got a question. This is just me. I was just listening to it. I don't know. But I don't want to be weird about it. But I do want to ask because I just want to be informed. So she said all of her friends are using it. So she wants to use it. Do y'all show each, like, how do you know? Like, y'all just say, hey, I'm using the what is it, Tampax? I'm using it. Like, do y'all say I'm using the Tampax and y'all acknowledge each other like Tampax gang, or you like I'm using the Tamp? Like, how does that work? Yeah, I'm using the Tampax. Well, I'm using a pad. And I'm sitting there looking like, what are y'all talking about? Why do y'all care what the other person is using? That's like dudes saying, yeah, I wear boxers. Yeah, I wear briefs. Well, I wear tidy whities. Nigga, we don't give a fuck what you wear, nigga. Well, little Nikki is over here trying to fit in with the crew, fit in with the gang, trying to be fast. You know how it is. But she's trying to steal. And not only is Nikki trying to fit in, she's stealing from the church. She's stealing from the church. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. We got two brothers in the dope gang, and we got the little sister stealing. Come on, Nikki. We expected better from little Nikki. We didn't want her to go down the same path that her brothers are going down. Stealing Tampax. Come on, little Nikki. Do you guys believe the Lord is frowning upon Nikki right now, Miss Sticky Fingers? Nicole said the church is giving it away for free. Yeah, they're giving it away for free, not to the volunteers, for the other people. Well, Mama Lucille comes over here, and it was just wild what she said. Girl, what are you doing? You start sticking that thing. And like, it sounds, I don't want to talk about it because Nikki's underage, but she's of age in real life. But she said, you start sticking that thing up there, something else gonna get stuck in you. I'm like, Lucille, that's a little inappropriate to be on church grounds. That's a little inappropriate on church grounds. You start sticking that up there, something. I think she needs those, Mama Lucille. And if you can get them for free because y'all ain't got no jobs. Well, Charles ain't got no job, at least. Well, out of nowhere, the Lord invented stealing. Nah, man, that was the devil's work, OT. Come on, man. That was the devil's work. All right. So from here, we get introduced to Dr. Maurice. Now, Dr. Maurice pulled up And we already knew what time it was. Hey, this is one slick talking mother effer. This nigga said, damn, Lucille, you still looking good. He said, how you been? Now, Lucille going for it right now. She going for it too. I'm telling you, every now and then, you gotta dial in with the old player. You know what I mean? Now, Maurice and Lucille, they have a past. So initially we were just thinking, okay, maybe she went to the doctor's office. But these two were high school sweethearts. So that means Charles. Oh man. Oh, hey y'all. Damn. OT. Hey y'all. Damn. It didn't even slap me till now, dog. Charles. Charles was one of those. Charles was telling Lucille, you deserve better. And the better was this nigga Maurice the whole time. Damn, Charles, she never stopped loving this nigga, Dr. Maurice. He always said he was going to become a doctor. And who believed in him? Who believed in Dr. Maurice? Lucille did. She didn't believe in that nigga Charles. She just got knocked up with Meech. Oh, Lord, no disrespect, but she got knocked up with Meech and they just got married. Oh, not my nigga Charles. Oh, damn, Lucille wanted Maurice. They had a little breaking up. Maurice even admitted that he had women. She like, you never found anybody? He said, no, I found a lot of people. You know, oh. And I've been standing up for Charles for 2 whole seasons. Damn. Oh, this nigga Charles. He's one of those. He's one of those. You know I'm dating Maurice. Yeah, but you deserve better. You know, I would treat you better. They break up for a little bit. He finally get in there, and this nigga talking about, let me wife her up. Man, damn, Charles. Damn. And the whole time, she knew that this nigga was going to be a doctor. Dr. Maurice. That's how it be, too. I'm trying to think. My high school sweetheart, what's she up to? Well, I didn't have a high school sweetheart, but I'm trying to think. All the girls I had crushes on. Crystal. I had a crush on Crystal. We stayed in touch for a while. I think she got 2 kids. Lakeisha, I told y'all the story about Lakeisha. I had Lakeisha was the first kiss I got my 6th grade year before I got expelled. So I kissed her, and then 2 days later, I got kicked out of school for the rest of the year for stabbing old boy. And then she ended up being on drugs. I think my senior year, she ended up being on drugs. She switched schools. Let me see. Camille. I don't know what happened to Camille. I really don't know what happened to Camille. But then there was this girl, Maisha. Maisha got like 4 kids now, though. Last I seen her name was like Maisha Mother of 4 on Facebook, but that was like 2008. It might be like 5 or 6. I don't know, but let's continue on. Dr. Maurice, he always had a crush on her, and they went together. So, well, she sees little Nikki over there flirting with Breeze. Dr. Maurice pulls back up. And this guy's persistent. Now, when you're a single man like myself, now, am I as established as Dr. Maurice? Maybe so, because I am a doctor also, okay? I am a doctor also. But he told her, listen, and this is when you know you got him, y'all. Fellas, listen to me real carefully. This is when you know you got him. When you say we just old friends catching up and they agree, you got him. We got him. Dr. Maurice pulled that card out. He had that business card and gave her that. That nigga Charles ain't got no business card. That nigga Charles, he don't even know what's going on, man. Yeah, the little guy's name is Breeze, Brillo. The little dude's name is Breeze. Remember, little Nikki was talking to, matter, we about to go there. When they were having the talk, she said, oh, like how Dr. Maurice was looking at you like Breeze was looking at me. Yeah, this little nigga's name is Breeze. This dude's name is Breeze. Hey, Nicole, easy. We not bringing no backs in. Someone had that motherfucker Chevy Savelle over there, though. Well, Dr. Maurice, what y'all think, man? Is Dr. Maurice it? Let's be real. Let's not. Y'all know how I am on my channel. We look out for the brothers. So he is a doctor. Maybe he's a genuine dude, and he's really just trying to catch up with Lucille. Like, just see how she's doing. You know, sometimes you want to know how people are doing. What do you guys think? Or is he actually trying to get at her? Because he said he got a lot of women, and Lucille didn't care. I mean, hey, Lucille, you looking finer than ever. You know, I would give anything to take you out. I mean, being that you were my prom date, damn that nigga Charles, man. Charles, man, I wish he didn't steal you from me. Man, you one of the most beautiful women I ever ran across, and you still look it today. Now, I'd like you to take my business card. Anytime you need me, I want you to call me. That's my direct line there. And if I ain't there, you can call the bottom phone number. That's to my office. My secretary, I ain't messing with her no more because I had to fire that one. I got a new one now. But you contact me whenever you need anything, Lucille. Anything, anytime, any place. I'm yours. You know. And then you got to touch her on the chin. You got to touch the chin and say, the one that got away. You gotta say the one that got away. When you say that, oh yeah, you definitely got her. You definitely got her. Hey, shout out to Torian with the $5. Dr. Maurice is back on the court shooting all his shots. And he's trying to slam dunk his ball paws into Lucille's basket. Nah. She married. She married, man. He ain't disrespectful like that. But putting the card, hey, let's be real. Putting the card in the brawl is crazy. Putting the card in the brawl was crazy. And hold on, Lucille got what? I know Lucille ain't got that jumpsuit on. She got the onesie on. No, let me. Whoa. Lucille was ready for action. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, they all changed. Okay, I was about to say Lucille came in here with the nice little blouse on. Let me see. Let me see if Lucille got the jumper on, the romper. Oh yeah, Lucille got that salt and pepper. Salt and pepper's here, and we're in the mix. Yeah, she got the romper on. Well, it ain't a romper because the thing ain't out, but this is a whole jumpsuit that she got. Okay, Mama Lucille. Look at Mama Meech. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's a grown woman right there. Y'all little boys, y'all play. This is a grown woman right here. That nigga Dr. Maurice, cause ooh-wee. Dr. Maurice is like me. As soon as I step up in the building, I'm scoping. What the hell is it? Excuse me, who you up here with? Who are you? Oh, my name is Mo. Mo? Don't I know you from somewhere? Oh, I remember you. My bad. My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I just came over because I thought you looked familiar. Oh yeah, how you been, man? You know I'm good. You know I always had a thing for you. You the one that got away. You know I was really trying to get at you. You ain't applied no pressure. Well, you know I was trying to, but you was bullshitting. Oh Mo, here go my business card. I got to get some business cards made. Man. Hey, thanks, Dr. Maurice. I'm gonna put Dr. Mo on that mug too. Dr. Mo. But she put the card in the brawl, man. That's wild. That's when you know you got him. All right, let's get up out of here. Later on that night, she goes to talk to little Nikki. Now, hold on, let me see something. Let's just verify. She goes and talks to little Nikki. And she's like, Nikki, we need to have a talk. Little Nikki, we need to have a talk. Rich said, Dr. Mo looking for the. Nah, see, back in the day, I definitely did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a wild young nigga, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. But now I kind of go for somewhat classy, but a little ratchet. I need a little. I don't do too much of bougie because I like to joke around. And you know, a lot of bougie women, they ain't got too much of a personality. They don't be really trying to joke and shit. I'm not trying to take everything serious. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a good old time, a grand old time at that. Well, she goes to talk to little Nikki, and Nikki is in here doing physics. And she's like, well, you know, at this age, you know, hormones and people get to talking. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I never had to talk with my dad. My dad never gave me to talk. He just assumed that, you know, saying I had calling a young nigga phone. My dad just assumed that. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she didn't have no talk with us either. All she said was, don't bring no babies home. So she bought, my mom bought me my first box of condoms. She bought me and my brother a box of condoms at the age of 13. It was a 24 pack. Now, in my mind, I was thinking, I'm 13 and I ain't getting no ass. I for sure know that I'm not hating. I for sure know that my little brother ain't getting no ass. But she put condoms in front of us at the age of 13 and 10 just so we would be familiar with them. But I never had to talk with my parents. Like, no one's ever told me about the birds and the bees, or I stick my thing in there and 9 months later a baby comes out like Trey from Boys in the Hood. I had to get out there and experiment. I didn't have to talk. I just had to get out there and make it happen, make something shake. No one told me how to talk to the girls. I had to get out there and do it. I had to make a way. I had to find out the hard way, 3 the long way, pause on the hard and the long, but y'all know what I'm saying. I never had that talk. So for me, I was out there wilding out. I was wilding out. But I tell you one thing, I was afraid to do anything without that damn extra tight Jimmy because I watched Menace to Society and he said the baby wasn't his because the Jimmy was extra tight. That's how I was living. I was like, shit, I gotta put this mug on extra tight. I don't know what extra tight is because this motherfucker already a little tight, but we gotta go extra tight. That's all I knew. Extra tight. That shit seemed so cool watching Menace to Society. It ain't mine. I had the Jimmy on extra tight. So for me, it was like, okay, make sure you got the Jimmy on extra tight. You won't have any kids. All right, hold on. Let me see something.
Is Dr. Maurice was looking at you the same way Breeze was looking at me.
Is she saying Breeze? Listen to this and y'all tell me, is she saying Breeze or is she saying like breed? 4, 4, 3. Someone tell me, what is she saying? Is she saying Breeze?
Maurice. All I'm saying is Dr. Maurice was looking at you the same way Breeze was looking at me.
The same way Breeze was looking at me? So the little boy name is Breeze? Is that what she said? Breeze?
All I'm saying is Dr. Maurice was looking at you the same way Breeze was looking at me.
We know who Breeze is now, y'all. Stop asking. Breeze is dating Nikki. Breeze is dating Nikki. Nikki's about 15, 16 now. That means Breeze about 15, 16 because they in school together. Kanan is about 16, so hey, it might add up. It might add up. We might have a crossover we never knew that we needed. So Breeze leaves Detroit. The reason Breeze leaves Detroit is because the block is hot. You know what I'm saying? Meech and them in the war. He's like, man, let me get out of here. All right. But We see that even Nicole was peeping that she was flirting with Dr. Maurice, and they had the little talk, the little conversation. Shout out to Ashley. Now, I'm not going to give y'all her last name. She's married now. But yeah, shout out to Ashley. You know what I'm saying? She turned me from a boy to a man. Now, this is probably the fastest transformation I've ever had in my lifetime. But let me tell you, that was an enjoyable 58, maybe. I'm going to go ahead and just round up minute and 10 that I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Ashley. I was getting my hair braided. Went over there. She got on my lap. And I was wondering, this isn't how you braid. I'm like, okay. Because I went over there to get my hair braided, but I left. Big dog status. And I got my hair braided for free. So that was cool. But all right, let's continue on. All right. So now Lucille is in the room. And what is she doing? She's fantasizing about Dr. Maurice. She said, that white jacket on that boy look good. She over here feeling on herself too. She said, ooh, it's getting hot in here. And then her night is interrupted by this nigga Charles. Man, why is Charles holding his pillow like this? Charles is, you look mighty good over there, Lucille. Nigga, get your ass out of here, Charles. She said, Charles, what are you doing in here? She said, Charles, what are you doing in here? He said, I'm just getting a pillow. She said, lock the door behind you, nigga. This nigga Charles over here. He was admiring her too. He was looking at her. He was smiling. Little did he know that that motor ain't turning on for you no more. Dr. Maurice get that motherfucker. That motherfucker purring. That motherfucker ain't turning on over here. You need jumper cables. You need jumper cables and you need a tow truck, Charles. It's over with. It's over with. The motor ain't running. You know, you trying to start up a lawnmower. No matter how many times you try to motherfucking pull that string, it just ain't gonna work. Nigga, go get your ass on the goddamn couch, nigga. Go get your ass on the couch. Got my boy on the couch. This nigga talking about, man, you sure look good over there, Lucille. Yeah, I bet she do, nigga. But she ain't thinking about you. And that there is the end of Miss Lucille and Charles. What y'all think, man? Y'all think Charles can fix this situation? Is there any way for Charles to bounce back from this? Is there any way for Charles to make amends? Dannon, well, I got like I said, I got to be up tomorrow. So I just got high noons. We got grapefruit. It's all right. We got watermelon next. I got like 5 of them in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably knock all of them out tonight. But that's Mama Meech, Miss Lucille. We were off the clock right now. We can do a little 1-2 step. Rich said adultery. Yeah, well, hey, I will say this: the difference between Lucille and Charles. Charles was taken advantage of. What Lucille is doing is willingly. What Lucille is doing is voluntarily. What happened to Charles? Charles ain't no big drinker. We ain't seen Charles drink all 3 seasons until